Why don't we just jump right in and start talking about the graphics? Roll the gameplay footage. So graphics.
There it is.
You know, the graphics in this game, I didn't have too many complaints. I mean, they're good. They're not top of the line, but everything is really detailed. I thought just as a baseline, it looks like GTA 4, but you know, maybe a little bit crisper. You guys
No, it's
agree?
just like the originals.
Just like the
Oh wait.
It plays a lot like the originals. I won't say. I mean, it obviously looks better, but I mean, going through and checking out the original. I played the original 2 for PC. It is reminiscent of those two. It's just brighter and obviously more updated.
Yeah. You know, I will say, the look is similar to GTA 4, but definitely more crisper. I didn't really have a problem with the graphics. I thought it looked nice. It was on par with everything coming out at the time. Some of the effects looked really nice, like even like when he's having the shootout and the papers are flying in the office. As far as it being brighter,
Well, it's in the tropics,
but it's in Brazil for most of the time. Actually, the parts that are in New York though still have that.
Yeah, they're dark. Yeah,
dark feeling.
That's true.
And that's awesome too. That slow-mo thing. I guess we'll say that's under graphics.
Yeah, we got to touch on that under.
But I thought overall the game looked good. I can't really complain about it at all.
It looked like what it was supposed to look like.
I do like. Actually, I'm gonna throw this on the graphics. I do like the way they presented the cutscenes in this one.
The updated comic cutscenes.
Yeah, because they didn't do the straight up comic. They was more of, but it still had a really cool style, and it fit for the game. So as far as the presentation side and like the art style for the graphics, I liked it. I thought it looked good. It really helped me get into the game. Maybe not like the most groundbreaking in terms of like poly count or anything, but
they're solid.
Yeah, very
it's
solid,
convincing.
and they had good art design behind it and good direction.
Cool.
That's it.
Graphics.
I mean, it looked good. It was fluid. There wasn't too much stuff jumping around. I mean, it definitely looked like an updated Max Payne for 2013. It looked good.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first heard about this, it was like, oh, the game's going to be all sunny now. Like, I didn't really know how it would work out, but I feel like it stays pretty true to the overall atmosphere of the earlier games.
Definitely.
See, I happen to think that I was a little disappointed when it didn't have the comic cutscenes. I actually really liked them. I was a little disappointed that it didn't have them.
I thought at first that maybe it would be.
Well, they're there. There's a little bit of it here. They're there.
Some
they're just
panels,
not like hand drawn, and they're done in the engine, so they're not the same as they used to be. But I guess they tried to just update it a little bit.
But
right?
I still think they took I still think they took those cutscenes in a cool direction though that are fitting with the series.
Yeah.
So
it was fitting, but I mean, I liked how it looked.
I know what you mean. I like the comic cutscenes too. I did like them.
I also was a little it's weird to see Max Payne look that much older. Like, I mean, he looked younger in the other, like because he was younger. He was he looked like an old man in this. I was kind of like, really? I'm like, he's pretty old. He's still jumping around.
I guess I mean the way
that's what happens as time passes.
When he shaves his head and gets a beard like a quarter of the way through the game, that doesn't.
When he starts to
I think he looks badass.
Yeah,
like
if
that.
we're gonna touch on that as far as graphics, the way he looks, I gotta say I was a big fan of the way he looked. He looked disgruntled, totally worn out.
He looks like a total tough
world
guy.
weary.
But like at the end of his rope, like he did not give an F. This dude, like he could tell he was just fed up with everything, and I feel like that look really got across, especially where he's he shaves his head. He just looks like, just like worn out, like
hell on wheels.
And I mean, you just see him with a bottle, and he's done.
It's all intentional. He's supposed to be like someone completely past his prime.
Yeah, but even if you look at this part, look at that last scene compared to this. Like the other scene, he looked like he was still rough. Like, he's a cop. He still has something going for him. And here, he's just like, he's just like nothing. I have nothing left, and it really helped bring the mood into the story. So I was a fan of that.
He's kind of a tragic character when you think about him. It's like he has every intention to be a good guy, but just bad stuff keeps being like life just keeps taking a dump on him.
Yeah, pretty much.
So then he just gets increasingly more like, all right, whatever, I'll just kill everybody, I guess.
He's got nothing to live for.
Yeah, that's what happens.
That does it
Jeff.
for graphics then. Hey, let's skip on over to sound. I don't have a lot to say about sound. It was really just, nothing really stood out. I thought the music was okay.
Some of the music was really good.
Yeah, the weapons sound good. And the voices were really well done. It sounds like, I don't know for sure, I think it's the same guy that voices Max, but the voices were done. Voices are really good. He swears a ton in this one.
Well, I swore in the other ones, I believe, as well.
I think the first one probably wasn't too much, but that was like right on that edge of time where like swearing
like
became like acceptable.
2001.
Prune face Max.
Yeah.
Sam Lake.
Oh,
Sam
yeah,
Lake Max. When this game was initially announced, they said it wasn't going to be the same guy doing the voiceover, and people were upset about that. So they finally caved and brought him back.
I
So
thought
it is the same guy.
I'm glad it's, definitely the same guy, and he sounds good. I thought voice acting is awesome. Sound effects were good; they fit in. There's a few music bits in here. I'm not gonna. I guess I won't spoil anything, though. I'm sure everyone watching has probably played this at one point or another. But there's a part at the end.
There's lots of guns.
Where you're having a shootout, and like the soundtrack kicks in, like right as you're progressing through the stage in real time. You know what part I'm talking about,
Yes,
Chris?
yeah.
Like the airport at the end and stuff.
I remember that. I don't remember. It's been too long. So I say it's too long. It's only been a few months, but I remember that sequence where you're on the runway. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, it's as you're
Before that,
It's
I
before
think.
the runway. You're going through the terminal and like you're having a shootout, and it's like the finale, and then like the soundtrack kicks in, like that song they always played on the commercials for this game. And like it got me like wicked pumped, it like cued in like perfectly, and I was like, all right, here we go. He was like, this is it, like ready to like take out these jerks.
Yeah,
like
really gets the adrenaline going at that point.
Yeah, so that solid all around.
All right. Anything else on sound? I think that covers it. Again, nothing stood
I really,
out to me,
I really like some of the music. Some of the music fit in pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, otherwise sound was serviceable. Nothing else stood out. Some of the music was pretty good, I thought, and the voice acting was really good.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah.
Gameplay. This game is all about the gameplay. All the familiar weapons are there. Man, the slow-mo kill cam, we've seen it a couple times here, but man, I think that was probably one of my favorite parts of this game. That kind of did it, but when you clear out the last enemy like in an area in this game,
and it does that like the kill bullet camera.
Yeah, the camera zooms in like really close on the guy, and like you're still controlling Max, so you can continue to like riddle people with bullets, and like it'll just show it because the camera zoomed in really close on the enemy. It's like super intense.
Feels really satisfying.
Oh yeah, it's very satisfying, and I lost so much ammo because of that. Because it would close up on him, and he's dead. But I keep clicking my mouse. I'm just like, yeah. Like look at this, and he did like, and the game is just like, yeah, okay, well, if you want to keep shooting, we'll keep showing the slow mo clip. And I'm emptying clips, and then like, next thing you know, I get into another gunfight. I'm out of ammo because I'm like, oh, I had to sink like 15 bullets into that guy's skull, but it was so cool. So
yeah. I thought I was gonna get tired of the bullet time after a while, but I mean it still remains fairly satisfying throughout the game.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. So of course the bullet time is here, which is a staple of the first two games. They pretty much, I don't want to say they lifted it, but they did it in the Matrix, and then this was the first franchise that popularized it.
Yeah.
I always felt like it was sort of influenced by Matrix, but I always felt like it was more influenced by John Woo's movies from the 80s.
Well, yes.
Which influenced the Matrix as well.
Oh, definitely. But I would say like the Matrix did the slow down thing with the diving, and then this game came out, and yeah, it has that John Woo feel. But let's face it,
well, it's like the double gun. It's like all those movies have slow mo too.
Yeah,
like hard boiled and stuff.
Yeah, no, but this one like definitely. Like I don't like it. Definitely took some cues from the Matrix, which is fine. I
Leather
think
trench coats.
I think video games should take cues from like movies, especially good movies. Yes, The Matrix is a good movie. Don't argue with me.
But just the first Matrix. The other Matrix movies stink.
We can get into that later. But the first game, this was the game that like took that like the bullet time. That's slow-mo.
It's a good one here. Watch this.
Oh yeah, Like the action scene's just awesome in this game.
Right, and then it's gonna.
There we go. Waste all your ammo. Keep shooting now. But I felt like this gameplay was just like the other two. This one you could cover in, which I had to get used to it first because I was just trying to dive everywhere, and you really need to use the cover in this game. But I mean, if you like the first two, you like this one. I thought like the game, like the shooting scenes were awesome. Like, and it wasn't a breeze either, which I was happy about because I thought like it was a newer game. You figured like this would be Max Payne on easy mode, but some of those shootouts were still really tough. Like I had to make a couple attempts before I would get through like really like perfect like how I was gonna like go through and like hit all the guys and like make sure I was jumping to cover real quick.
Yeah, that was actually the last note I had on gameplay. What did you guys think about the enemies? I thought the enemies were actually pretty intelligent. I thought the AI was good, and it was actually a pretty decent challenge on some of these enemy types.
Oh,
I agree. There are definite points in this game where I found myself restarting over and over again, but
Right.
I had to attempt. There was a lot of like action set pieces, like fights that I had to like restart over and over again, and that like just try different things, like try diving this way and that way, and see like which like route through like the room as I'm moving around trying to take out all the guys is best, and like and like they adapt, and it especially for like a game like this, like they as for the AI, it doesn't have to be super complex for this, because really they just gotta get out of the way and kill you. To put it very simply, and if a lot of games screw up on that with very predictable patterns, and this one I feel like they moved around enough where it was you had to be on the edge of your toes basically. Yeah, it was so it made it challenging.
they're good at flanking you. I mean, you really do have to think pretty quickly.
Yeah, I found myself replaying quite a few sequences.
I do love these little action set pieces too. I think that because to me, Max Payne, the games are like playing a John Woo like type movie, or like a crime like noir like John Woo style like police action like movie, like with the gun fu and everything as they call it. So I like the action pieces that involve the gameplay, like that slow down and you have to like take the guy out.
Yeah.
It helps draw me into like to this type of game. So. Big fan. Definitely, look forward to the next one too, as long as they keep it up on here.
Oh, geez, you think they're gonna do another one?
I don't know, or I'd like to see another series like with a like similar
spinning around
mechanics,
in a
I guess.
wheelchair.
Yeah.
Oh, so a similar type, yeah.
This game did really well. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna make another one.
It's weird because after this came out, and it was really well received by most people, but shortly thereafter, that development team, that particular Rockstar team, was closed down, and all those employees were relocated to the other side of Canada. I don't know if that was a normal thing or if that was really a bad kind of omen for it, but I don't know. It sounded very strange when it happened.
We'll have to see. I mean, I wouldn't mind
Pretty
another
honest.
one of these. This game was really good. Before we wrap up gameplay, though, I just want to touch on the multiplayer. Did you guys put any time to the multiplayer?
That's like the one thing I know some people are talking about it. Honestly, I didn't touch it, and I'm fine with that because this is the type of game I just want to play the single player. I mean, I heard some people really like the multiplayer, but I really want to play it for the story and the shootouts that happen within the story. And I was happy with the playthrough. I didn't feel a need to try the multiplayer because it just didn't interest me with that type of game.
Yeah, that's not what I went to this game for. I mean, I did hear good things about it though. The multiplayer.
What did you guys think of like as far as like story in the single player? Was it good, strong?
I was into it.
That was the strong point, I think.
I found it very compelling, actually.
I thought the gameplay was very strong too. Like I think everything's strong all around, and I really enjoyed it. The story was good though. Like I was interested to see what happened to the characters next, and it definitely had me drawn in. I mean, not the best story I've ever played, but that's
It was a good crime noir story.
Yeah, for an action game, like it hit all the right notes. So I really, it's hard for me to come up with a complaint for this game. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's this point in the game where all of the story elements kind of like weave in together, and I don't know, I was just very impressed by it actually.
Yeah, good solid game. I enjoyed it.
I was gonna say, I think when I was writing my notes out here, I remember thinking that the story was kind of lacking, but again, I don't remember why. It's like maybe something overall, because I remember the dynamic in the second game, The Fall of Max Payne. It was really about Max and Mona. And I think I was looking for maybe some more references to that or other things that had happened in the previous games. but for whatever reason, I don't know, the story was kind of a miss for me.
You know what this
they
game
really don't touch
was
upon that
missing,
stuff
if you want
at
to
all.
bring up Max Payne 2, this game was missing TVs where you could watch episodes of Lords and Ladies. Because, man...
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was
Because if we
missing.
want to talk about the highlight of the entire series, Max Payne 1 through 3, Lords and Ladies, right there. If you play Max Payne 2, you go to a TV, you can turn it on, and there's always this TV show that they show. It's like a 2-minute clip, and it's just like still images going through like the weekly episode of Lords and Ladies. And it's like a Jane Austen like type thing, and it's awesome. Like when I played through Max Payne 2, I was excited when I found a new TV because I would sit there like after I shot up the room, I would just sit there and watch it, and it'd be like, my lord, my lady, like over and over, but like progresses like wicked cheesy romance story, like through the whole game. And that's one thing I wish maybe I missed it. But I wish Max Payne 3 had something like that because it's just like it's little things like
They
that.
also have like
There was a TV show.
radios with the Captain Baseball bat board
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah,
Captain
there was.
Baseball
Yeah,
bat
they
board.
had that, and I think there was like a commercial or something for him too. Like,
Yeah, there were. You could. I saw a TV
But
where they had a little. Bit
I don't know,
of-
something about the second game. It had that like it was like a mini TV series you could watch. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
But like that's such like a minor complaint. It didn't really drag the game down for me.
Sure. All right, let's put our scores up there. What are we saying on this one overall? What do we got? Rent or borrow across the board
So,
for all of us.
yeah,
So we'll
borrow
say
it.
this. I gotta say though, I gotta say it's rent or borrow. But since this game's been out for a while now, you can pick this up. I checked earlier.
Yeah.
You can get it's $15 for the PS3 or the 360 version on Amazon. $20 for the PC version. What do you guys think? I think it's worth it.
I'd say it's worth a buy. Yeah.
I did want to chip in with that. I said like rent or borrow. I'm thinking as like a full price game. And honestly, if you paid $60 for a full price on it,
that's not
I
that
wouldn't
bad
be
either.
disappointed. But for me, this type of gameplay personally, like I played through it once. I could go back and enjoy it, but I'll be honest, like I probably won't go. It'll be years down the line if I ever go back and play it again.
Yeah.
Like it'll be like nostalgic to me when I go back and if and when I do play it again. But if you can get it for $15-$20, definitely worth it. Otherwise, rent it. I mean, I went with the rent borrow, basing it off of what I would personally do, spending $60 on just the type of gameplay it is. How many hours is the game? Do you think approximately like?
Didn't they say it was like 12 hours, something like that?
I don't even know if it was 12. I'm thinking like between like 6 or 8 hours.
No. I don't think
It's
it's that short.
it's worth playing it. It's actually on sale on PSN right now.
I want to say it was at least 10 hours.
Yeah,
It might
I
have
think
been
it was.
10
It was a
out
good
around the
length.
town. I mean, that always varies too, but yeah. So not the longest game, but worth the playthrough. Like I said, I think the only thing holding me back from a buy is the length on there. And I guess if you're into,
Okay.
I don't know how full the multiplayer is at this point. So I mean, I guess if that's still going strong and you're into that, that might be worth paying full price for. But if you can get it on sale, definitely worth the price. Otherwise, borrow or rent. I mean, either way, you're gonna have fun playing it.
Yeah, I agree. So there you go, guys. That's Max Payne 3. Check it out if you're a fan of the first or the second one. Definitely worth your time, I think.